Assalamu alaikum students, how are you? Welcome back in the Zoom class. This is your final term that we are going to start from today. The topic we will start in maths is fraction, that is unit number 3. Fraction is not a new topic. Basic terms and simple sums regarding fraction you have done in class 3 also. Here I have written some important points that you must revise before starting the exercise. Now the first question, what is fraction? Fraction means a small or a tiny part, amount or portion of something. In common language, fraction is a part of something. But in mathematics, it is a numerical quantity that is not a whole number. Not a full number, that is a part of a number. For example, it is written 1/5 or 0.3. It means decimal numbers are also fractions. The fraction 1/5. So how to read it? It is read as 1/5 or 1/5 or 1/5. This is the way to read a fraction. In fraction you can see a number is above the line and other is below the line. The number above the line, that is called numerator, and the number that is below the line, that is called denominator. So in this fraction, 1 is numerator and 5 is the denominator. Now two terms that we will use in your exercise, that is like and unlike fraction. Now which fractions are called like fractions? If the fractions have same denominator. If you have 2 fractions, 3 fractions and their denominators are same. For example, 2/5 and 4/5. In these both fractions, the denominator is 5. So these are called like fractions. The next one, unlike fractions. Again, we will check the denominator. When the denominator of 2 or more fractions are different, they are called unlike fractions. For example, 2/3 and 1/2 and 3/5 are unlike fraction. Check their denominator. Here 3 is the denominator, here 2 is the denominator, and here 5. So these are not same. So we call them unlike fraction. That is very important, equivalent fraction. We will use equivalent fraction in the exercise and while you are going to solve the sums. These are also helpful for you there. Now how to make equivalent fraction? If a fraction is given there, you can make the equivalent fraction. Two methods are there. The first one is when we multiply the numerator and denominator of a fraction with the same number, not 0, we get an equivalent fraction. It means if you have a fraction, you will multiply that fraction both numerator and denominator with the same number, but not with 0. Be careful, you will not 0. So the fraction you will get after multiplication, that is called the equivalent fraction. For example, look here, we have a fraction 4/8. Multiply this 4/2 and this 8/2. Same number you will use for multiplication. Then you will get 8/16. So this 8/16 is the equivalent fraction of 4/8. 4/8 was given and now you have made another fraction, that is 8/16, which is equivalent to 4/8. You have multiplied it by 2. So this is the method to make an equivalent fraction of the given fraction. Another method, if we divide the given fraction, both numerator and denominator, with the same number, that must not be 0. We will not 0 again here. The fraction we will get after this division, that is called equivalent fraction of the given fraction. Look here, we have a fraction 4 by 8. Divide 4 by 2, divide 8 by 2. Our answer is 2 by 4. So 4 by 8, that is the given fraction, and it is equivalent to another fraction, that is 2 by 4. This 2 by 4 is the equivalent fraction of 4 by 8. This is the method to make equivalent fraction either by multiplication or division with the same number, both numerator and denominator. Be careful, any number you can use that is suitable, but you will not use 0 for this purpose. Another thing that is given in your exercise, to simplify the given fraction to its lowest term. The method is, if the numerator and denominator of a fraction are able to divide by the same number, it is not the lowest term, and we can convert it into its lowest term by dividing them with a common divisor. Convert the fraction, the given fraction, or reduce the given fraction to its simplest form or the lowest term. A fraction is given and we can reduce it, we can change it, we can convert it into its lowest form by, what is the method? That we will use a common divisor for both numerator and denominator. For example, you have a fraction 8 by 10. Now you have to decide what is the common divisor for both 8 and 10. You know that it is 2. So divide 8 by 10. 8 by 2, you will get the answer 4. Divide 10 by 2, you will get the answer 5. So 4 by 5 is the lowest form of 8 by 10. This type of questions are given in the exercise, so you have to do the practice. Another fraction I have written here, that is 40 by 70. And we are going to reduce it, change it into its lowest form. That is also called in the simple form. Now check 40 and 70 and decide which number you will use as divisor for both of them, and that is 10. Divide 40 by 10, your answer is 4. Divide 70 by 10, your answer is 7. So 4 by 7 is the simplest form or the lowest form of 40 by 70. 40 by 70 has reduced to 4 by 7. This is the simplest form and the lowest term after dividing both of them by 10. Another one, another example, 15 by 8. Now you have to decide which number you will use as a divisor for both 15 and 18, and that is 3. You will use 3 as a divisor here. 15 divided by 3, answer is 5. 18 divided by 6, 18 divided by 3, answer is 6. So after division, both numerator and denominator by 3, you will get 5 by 6. 5 by 6 is the lowest term of 15 by 18. Another one, that is 32 by 72. You must be very perfect in division and learn the tables perfectly, then you will be able to solve them. Otherwise you will take time for deciding the divisor and division process. Now 32 and 72. The common divisor of both of them is 8. 32 divided by 8, answer is 4. 72 divided by 8, answer is 9. So the fraction you will get after division by 8, that is 4 by 9, this is the lowest term of 32 by 72. Sometimes they call it simplification or reduce to the lowest term, reduce to the simple fraction. Hope you will read the worksheet that I have sent you. The same topics are there. You can revise them, and I will revise this topic in the Zoom class again before starting the exercise. Thank you and Khuda Hafiz.